together. Be professional. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and let me wish you a very happy new year. This video is going live on the 31st of December 2021. I think we can all agree it's been a very trying year, but let's talk lightly. Let's talk about makeup and fun and all that good stuff. I have had a great year of makeup this year, old favourites, new favourites, and I wanted to kind of run through with you everything that I have loved for this year, 2021, and that I'll probably continue to love in 2022. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. So I'm going to break this down into sections. We are going to do practically like talking about a full face from start to finish. And some of these products I'm not going to focus on for too long because you know how I feel about them. So let's start with primer. My favourite primer of all time has been discontinued. I'm really sorry, but I am going to say it because I haven't used any other primers this year. And it is the Becca Backlit primer. As you can see, this one is clinging on for dear life. I do have another 3 spare that I bought before they were discontinued, so I should be okay for 2022, but this time next year, guys, we will be discussing a new primer, I am sure. Let's just hope I can find a good one. And then I move on to foundation. This hasn't changed for 3 years. I'm not going to bang on about it for too long, but it's the Dior Forever foundation. This foundation is my absolute favourite. It's the matte version. But I say that very lightly. I don't think it should be classed as matte. It's definitely a satin finish, light to medium coverage. It is in the shade 2W is what I wear. I might move to shade 2N because this is a lot warmer than my skin at the moment. I think it's just more of a kind of autumn winter shade. I should have gone for the neutral one, but W stands for warm. And this foundation I apply with a beauty blender. I will show you this one because it's brand new. My other one, I've just had to trash it because it is, it's obliterated. But you basically wet this gorgeous little sponge. Look how dense that is. Look how finely kind of, not milled, that's the wrong word, but it's really tightly woven. So when you wet it and it expands, it applies liquid makeup like nothing else. These two together leave my skin looking so fresh and poreless, and it doesn't go anywhere. This will last through mask wearing. It will last through everything. I mean, I literally put this on in the morning at like 6:30 in the morning. I wash it off before bed. About 9:30, I tend to remove my makeup, and it is still as good as when it went on. It's an absolute game changer. Try it. You will love it. The next one is even more boring for those of you that follow me on Instagram or here for any length of time. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade number 10 Buttercup. This was updated this year. It was kind of reformulated and I was terrified. I loved it before when it was the old formulation. This new formulation, it's actually even better. It lasts for 16 hours apparently. I only use it here. I use it on my cheeks because I have pigmentation and I have kind of not acne scarring, but I have slightly higher colour in my cheeks. So I basically put this all over my skin and then this just on my cheeks. The colour, I mean, if you can tell the colour there, the colour match is phenomenal. Like, it's such a good colour match. And I mean, base wise, my makeup is pretty boring and it hasn't changed ever. Like, these 3 products I have used together for, I want to say, at least 3 years. So, I mean, the Becca Backlit Flawless Filter I have used for like 7 years. Oh, it's so upsetting. And then to set everything, this is different. For years and years, I used the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Then she brought out the honey powder, which I loved. Then I discovered this, and if you see my last few videos, you'll know where I'm going, but it's the Collection Lasting Perfection Loose Powder in Banana, and it is that same yellow, there's hardly anything left in this one, the same yellow toned loose powder. This is £3.99. Laura Mercier is £32.50. I'm just saying, It's obviously not as good as Laura Mercier, like it's not as finely milled, but if you're like me and you apply bronzer, you apply the finishing powder on top, it doesn't actually matter that much. So I have gone ahead and saved myself 30 quid. This has been my favourite powder of 2021 and it has saved me a fortune. So thank you to the collection. Bronzer, this has changed for years. I think we're always on a mission to find the best bronzer for us, aren't we? I don't know about you, I always am. And for me, I loved, for years, I went for the MAC Refined Golden. That was really nice. And then I sort of tried a few others, I can't even remember, but they weren't that great. I tried a couple of Hourglass ones. I love Hourglass more than any other makeup brand, you know I do. But their bronzers for me are always a bit too orangey. And then I found Stonestreet by Bobbi Brown. This is obviously more of a autumn winter colour for me, but this shade is utterly stunning on my skin tone for this time of year. It just gives me a really nice glow. It doesn't make me look tanned because I don't want that. It just warms up my complexion. And I got this recommendation from Michele Wang, watching her channel. If you don't follow her, what are you even doing with your life? I will tag her underneath. But this is the best bronzer I've tried for ages. In the summertime, I will go back to Refined Golden by MAC. It is a more golden undertone, but Stonestreet for autumn winter is an absolute lifesaver. And before I carry on, I know I'm going to get questions. The nail colour is OPI Big Bow Energy, and it is a limited edition for Christmas 2021. Sorry, Christmas 2021. So if you want to get on it, honestly, this colour, I don't do pinks, but this is amazing. Sorry. Let's continue, because I'm even disturbing myself by whenever I show stuff. I'm just like, oh, right. So after I apply my bronzer, I then go on to do my eye makeup. This year, there have been two palettes that have stood out for me massively. And one of them will be no shock to any of you. And you know that I'm going to go on this big love rant now. Because this year, I took the plunge and I bought my first Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette because it spoke to me. I've wanted to try her stuff for years and I could never justify the price tag. But this year she released a palette, which is one of her expensive regular annual mothership palettes, but she did it in a kit and it was like 10% off with this like eye stick thing that helps you work with glitter eyeshadows and something else as well. And I just thought, why on earth not? We have not had a holiday again this year. Not that this is anywhere near as expensive as a holiday, but that's how I justify stuff in my head. This is the Mothership Huetopian Dream palette. Since I got this, I have got another Pat McGrath palette, but this one is the one, as you can see, it is well loved. I never thought this colour story would be something that I would not be able to live without. When I first tried this crease colour called Shockwave, it's a neon orange. I was like, I'm never going to use that, but I'll try it for a laugh. This crease colour is the best thing ever. These colours, they are like butter. This one is like a kind of cream gelée. You can see the kind of consistency. It's amazing. The only negative-ish thing I have to say is these glitters, like this glitter, it's such a strong, chunky glitter and it's gorgeous. I love it. But if, like me, you wear contact lenses, sometimes I do get the glitter particles kind of causing me problems and they do go into my eye and then rub my eye with the lenses. It's not ideal. But that pen that she brought out does work. It does help, but that's not really a problem. I just don't use the glitters as much as I would like to, because if I could wear them every day, I would. But honestly, these, you have like the matte shades, you have the glittery shimmer shades, you have the gelée shades, and these four are like, they call them astral shades. So they're like all multifaceted and like trio chrome. Oh, honestly, if you've been umming and ahhing, I know I do influence a lot of people in here and I do get told that I cost them a lot of money, But honestly, if you're an eyeshadow fan and that's where you kind of put a lot of your money when it comes to your makeup, Pat McGrath eyeshadows are like no other. Honestly, they are the highest quality eyeshadows I have ever used, ever. Hence the price tag. This palette on its own is £115, just as a, you know, but I didn't pay that for it, thankfully. I got it at a discount. I think I got this, I got the pen, and I'm sure there was something else that came with it. I can't quite remember, the mini mascara or something, but I got it for like £88. It was such a bargain in that respect. But I've since bought another one, and her Black Friday sales are amazing. She has frequent sales, so get a little wish list together, make it happen. And the second eyeshadow palette I have used this year is by my other favourite, Natasha Denona. I haven't forgotten her, guys. And this is the mini Glam palette. This palette, excuse the state of it, because it is so loved. This looks like kind of nothing, but on the eyes, it is just, I mean, look how glittery that is. I mean, that I'm pressing so lightly, and this is my favourite. Like, oh, it's just, honestly, this is a transition shade. This in the corner, and then this or this all over the lid. You're good to go. It takes you 5 minutes to do your eye makeup, and this is £25. That is a bargain. I got this, I think I first started using Natasha Denona either last year. Honestly, time has no meaning anymore, but if it was this year, it was really early this year. I might have discovered her in like January. I think I might have got a palette for my birthday, and it kind of just snowballed and I went slightly Natasha bonkers. But I do feel like it was last year. But either way, it doesn't matter. I still love her. I still love them. But these two eyeshadow palettes, these two eyeshadow makers, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. If you're going to spend money on eyeshadow, either one of them is where you should put your money. Brows. Okay, I have gone back and forth. I have gone through a few brow products lately. I say lately, over the last year. Now, when there's a discount to be had, I have a few favourites with eyebrows, but my ultimate favourite, this is kind of like, if money is no object, if you're kind of, you know, in the market for a good eyebrow product, look no further than Hourglass. This is the Arch Brow in Soft Brunette. It's a really, really skinny brow pencil, and this is a kind of ashy shade. For me, it's a perfect shade match, and I use this to create hairline strokes in the front here, kind of draw a line here where my eyebrows are still kind of growing back. They've grown back a lot over the last 12 months, but where they're growing back, I just kind of put a line to make it look a bit more uniform, and I fill them in on top, and I just kind of run the brush through the brows just to fill in any sparse areas. And then I puff them up with the Arch Brow Volumizing Fibre Gel, and I use this in Warm Brunette, and this is a darker shade. So this one, let me show you, it's got a great brush. This side here I use to brush the product on. I kind of do it backwards. I back comb my brows, and then I flip it over to this side to kind of put them up and put them in place. And honestly, the only reason I hadn't had these for a while, I'd used the Benefit Gimme Brow and the Benefit Precisely My Brow, because those to me are a kind of discount version of these, but these are the best brow products I have ever used. They're £27 each. Pricey, but they do last a while. This not so long. The Fibre Gel lasts about 8 or 9 months, so to me that's a bargain. But the pencil, I reckon 2.5 months tops. And it depends how much you use, of course. So if your brows are really thick and you literally just fill in a little bit, it will last you so much longer. Of course, if your brows are more sparse, you know, you get the picture. Then I got onto eyeliner. This one, right. I bought Hourglass Obsidian, and it is the black pencil liner, eyeliner. I can only put it up a little bit because it doesn't retract down once you put it up. So this is a tiny, skinny 1.5 millimeter eyeliner, and I put it in this is not what I'm wearing today, by the way, unfortunately, but I put this in my I pull my line here and pull it there, right close to the lash, really, really close to the lashes. And then I get a little brush and I smoke it out, and it gives the most subtle, but makes your lashes look really big and makes your eyes look really smoky. It looks like you've put a lot of effort in and you've put none. That with this, oh, just such a great combo. I absolutely love it. And then my favorite eyeliner. Now, I don't think this is available anymore. I think it was discontinued a long time ago, but I have to mention it because I don't use any other eyeliner, so I have to talk about it. And it is the L'Oreal Colour Riche in Icy Cappuccino. I think they do others similar, but I bought loads of these when they were being discontinued. They were like 50p each, and I grabbed like 10 of them. And I've had these for years, and I've just opened up a new one. That's what I'm wearing today. It just gives you a lovely bronzed line. The older I get, I don't use a lot of black liner, you know, kohl pencil here. So I tend to use this kind of bronzy shade. I just find it a lot more flattering on my eyes than anything darker. As you can see, it looks nice. So yeah. Finishing powder. Again, no big shock. Hourglass Dim Light Finishing Powder. This is a step you don't necessarily need to take, but for me, it gives me that kind of, I don't know if you can see this kind of glow I've got, and it's like quite a natural glow. It looks nice and it looks like a sheeny, it's quite youthful. That's what this does. You can kind of see the sheen there, and it is the most flattering universal shade ever. And I kind of use it after I've done my bronzer just to kind of even out my skin tone, give me a bit of highlight. And then I go in with my blush. Again, Pat McGrath. This is a bit of a cheat because I've only had this about 2 months, but honestly, so this is the Divine Blush Glow Trio in Amber Allure. Just wait. You might be shocked at the colours. They are quite bright, but when these go on your brush and you apply them lightly, this is to die for. This is what I'm wearing today. It's that lovely pop of pink. This is good when you're wearing a bronzed eye like this one. This is the Glam palette. I should have used this today, but I just wanted the pink because it's cute. And this highlight is ridiculous. This is what I have on today. And honestly, it's just the most buttery, natural, champagne-y, goldy highlight ever. This palette was, I got this in the Black Friday sale, so I got this at 35% off. Full price, I think this is £45, I think. So I got this for like 30 quid or something. It was really, really good bargain. And then my favourite winter one, my favourite winter blush is Gingerly by MAC, and it has been since the dawn of time. And it's kind of a more muted version of the Amber Allure one. It's just a little bit lighter. I love brownie bronzers for this time of year. I just feel that it'll make you look a bit more tanned without making you look that really bright pink. You know, if you want a more natural blush. Today I didn't want a natural blush. Today I wanted a big bright one. But, you know, I forgot to mention my eye primer. I've just seen it here. This eye primer I got about 4 months ago. I didn't even mention it on here because it's just such a boring kind of thing to mention, but it's really good. And it's a travel size of the By Terry Ombre Black Star in Bronze Moon. And this is, for eyeshadow primers, I use cream eyeshadows because they stick a lot better. They add a bit of colour. It just makes everything a bit quicker. And this shade is gorgeous and it applies beautifully. It's a great base for pretty much all of my shadows. All of my shadows are quite neutral, and I just absolutely loved the colour. I've got that much left. So I will get this in a full size once this runs out, because I have used this every single day since I got it, and I've gone to like use something else and I've come back to it. So I definitely want to try that more. That'll be a staple. Lips, and we're done, guys. I think I forgot my mascara. Damn it. Lips. I have 3 lip products. for you. I have 2 MAC lipsticks, and let's start with the balm. This is the Dior Lip Glow in Raspberry. This is a brand new one because my other one ran out. This shade, I just grabbed it because it was the closest to me, but I have this in a few shades. This raspberry shade is just such a pretty pink. When it goes on, it's not that bright. It just basically is a lip balm that it accentuates the colour of your natural lips. With lockdown and mask wearing, I haven't gone crazy with lipstick this year. My lip colours are quite boring and basic, the ones that I've chosen as my favourites, but this lip glow has to go at the top of the pile when it comes to lip glosses. It's £29. It is quite a considered purchase for a lip gloss, but a lip balm, but it's a lip balm that gives you colour that is, you just chuck it on without even looking. It's so great. And I have this in the raspberry shade, I have the dark pink shade, which I think was called Rosewood, and I have the coral shade that I use much more in summer for obvious reasons, because it's quite orangey, but oh, they're just, I couldn't live without it. When my other raspberry shade ran out, I had to go out and get this one immediately, and yeah, they're brilliant. My favourite matte lipstick this year has been the shade Wang. This is the most gorgeous nude brown, and it's got sparkle. I do love a MAC lipstick. It gives you that really pretty glossy like sparkle to the lip, and it makes my teeth look really white. It's a really great colour. I think it was limited edition, which is super irritating because it's in a nice bullet. So I think it was limited edition earlier this year. You might still be able to get it, but I snapped it up when I saw it on Hindash's channel. It was just to die for. I think it was part of like called a tidal wave collection or something. I don't know what it was, some sort of beach collection. And then my favourite red, I had to and with this, but again, this shade is just amazing. It's Lady Danger by MAC, and it is the most stunning orange red ever. I do love an orange red. I'm not a huge fan of like Christmassy reds. I do have a lot of them, but this one to me, I just always go back to Lady Danger, and that's obviously put on, you know, quite strongly. If you blend it out, I'll put a bit in there. If you blend it out, it's lovely. And yeah, I mean, I can't be without Lady Danger. It's one of those shades that is my kind of ride or die favourite. And now let's go on to mascara. Final one, if you're still with me, this is mascara. My favourite mascara of all time is Benefit Roller Lash, but I don't get it all the time. I only get it when it's on special offer, because there are just so many mascaras out there, and although I love that mascara, it's not like I have to have it. It's not, you know, it's one that if anybody says to me, what's your favourite, that's the one I would say. But I'm not loyal when it comes to mascara. I have tried a lot, and every year I get the Lancome Trio from Boots when it goes into the sale after Christmas. I have done it again this year. It's currently £16.66 on in Boots if you're watching this on the day, and it is, you get 3 mini Hypnose mascaras and 1 full-size one. The full-size one's £27 on its own. Just saying, bargain. And those 4 mascaras last me about 8 or 9 months of the year, but I do use 2 mascaras. Anyway, this one is a surprise, and it's from Avon. It was a shock to me, and it is the Avon Unlimited Drama Instant Lift Mascara. This mascara is phenomenal. I have it on today. I don't know if you can see the length of my lashes. Let me turn to the side. I have not curled my lashes, because if I curl my lashes with this, it's too much. Like, my lashes are too much. And my lashes are rubbish. And this is in the shade Blackest Black. The brush is great, so it's curved. So what I do is I turn it over like that, and I apply it like that. And I just sort of really lift them up, and I twist it, turn it round, so it's like a smile, and then just sort of hold it there. And you get this amazing, I mean, look at the difference between those two now. Look. That I need to even this out. And honestly, like, I usually put, I don't know, how many coats on? 4 or 5 coats. This, I put on like 2. If you allow it to dry for a couple of minutes, you put 1 coat on, do your lipstick or your blush or something, come back and put another one on. I mean, look how big my lashes are. Look at that. It's actually a joke. Like, this was £7, this mascara, and I bought it because it was new out and it was like, you know, 5 stars and whatever, and I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. It was like £3 off or whatever. I think it's like £10 full price, but even still, this could go up against some of the really high-end mascaras. It doesn't flake, doesn't come off, it doesn't smudge, it's easy to take off. I take it off with my Elemis cleansing balm, not a problem. It's great. I honestly, that to me has been the best mascara I've tried all year. And this year I've used those Hypnose Drama ones. I've used the McGrath one, which I've only just started using, but this is better than that. I've used a couple of other mini ones as well, and I can't remember what they were. But, oh yeah, the Better Than Sex one by Too Faced, I think I used. And this is better than all of them, hands down. So next Avon order I get, I'll definitely be getting one of these because this is nearly out and I can't live without it, to be perfectly honest. We are done, but I'll just give one more final shout out to my favourite palette of the year, face palette, and that is the Hourglass Sculpture Palette 2020. You can still get this, it's still available. Christmas 2020, but it's been well loved. But look at this. This bronzer is what I have on today. It's brilliant. These blushes are gorgeous. You've got a slightly more pinky purpley toned one, which apparently is quite a trend now, is purple blush. Who knew? This one is quite corally. You've got dim light there and diffused light there, and then you've got this gorgeous highlighter that is exclusive to the palette. It's really nice, and honestly, you can't go wrong with these palettes. I get one every single year. Every year they come out at Christmas. They're like £79, but you can nowadays you get bargains. I got 20% off my new one in the first week of it being released, which was absolutely unheard of in previous years. So, you know, keep your ears to the ground when these come out around October. But this one has been my favourite for this year, and it was one from 2020. So guys, that's it. That's my annual roundup of my favourite makeup for 2021. Is there anything in here that you use? Is there anything in here that I made you buy? Is there anything in here that you want to try next year, i.e. tomorrow? Because the sales are out there, things are still going on, you know, we could all be in lockdown after tomorrow, who knows? So, you know, stick it on your face and look fabulous for the new year ahead. Once again, guys, thank you so much for following me this year. Thank you to getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I'm so excited to finally hit that milestone. It's so great to me. I started this as a hobby. It's still a hobby. I still only shoot at weekends or when I have spare time. But I do make a very conscious effort to upload at least once a week. So Mondays for sure, every week in 2022, I'll be in your inbox, in your YouTube, in your face with beauty products, luxury items, whatever. So guys, thank you again. Happy New Year. Let's get 2021 out the way. I don't know about you, but to me, this year has sucked. So goodbye 2021. Hello 2022. Happy New Year.